Guys, injuries from today. Just out for the game will be Juice, McGlinchey, Staley, and Kittle. Kittle was limited today with the groin, so he'll be questionable. And Goodwin didn't practice today. He was excused for personal reasons.
You expect Marquise to play?
Yes. Yeah.
The Kittle thing in practice yesterday?
No, it was today. Yeah. I don't have much information on it. You know, they'll check it out here this afternoon, but he was limited because of it today.
You expect him?
Right now I do, but it's still it's a little bit early. So, I mean, that's why he will be questionable. We'll see what news I get later after he gets with the trainers and stuff and gets it checked out.
I'm assuming not a whole lot of sympathy coming from you with the Ram zone injury situation.
Yeah, none at all.
How do you feel about like going into this game with you guys shorthanded, them shorthanded with some key players? How do you get your guys kind of understanding how they have to compensate, pick up the slack, and keep moving forward?
I think our guys understand that on their own. I mean, they know how big it is losing Juice. They knew what it was like losing Staley, and they know it's doubled even losing McGlinchey here. So the guys understand that. I don't have to tell them too much. We just got to keep working as a team like we have been doing. And, you know, the guys they got out, totally understandable. You know, I'm not upset about it, but you know, there's some good players. So, but it's not going to change their team much. They got some good guys all over, and it's still going to be a huge challenge.
Are you guys more apt to kind of change what you've been doing, you think, as opposed to the Rams losing their running back?
Yeah, we're going to change up everything. It's going to totally look different on Sunday.
Kyle, I assume, you know, ideally you have 11 Pro Bowlers on offense and you just roll like that. But does part of you enjoy the challenge of like, how do we kind of figure this out and make it work with your tackles and fullback out?
I mean, it's a lot more fun. The easier it is, the more fun it is. I mean, that's what I think we all like about coaching is the challenge each week of putting together a game plan and with your team and trying to practice it and get better at it and then see how good everyone does on it versus whatever their plans are on Sunday. That's what I enjoy about coaching the most. That's why I enjoy the NFL and hope I never have to go recruit and things like that. I don't think I would enjoy that as much, but it's always fun. It's part of the NFL, though. You have injuries every year. So you always have to adjust. The more you get to go through those situations, I think the better you get at doing it. You know, the first time, you know, I had to deal with injuries as a coordinator and stuff, you think that there's no chance, but you start to realize the more you're in this league that happens all the time. So you got to deal with it, and that's why depth's so important. That's why you're always working with guys, working with the practice squad, working with the first guy on the roster, last guy on the roster, because the true cliche of you're always one play away from starting, it happens a lot.
Obviously, you always want to win division games, and you want to win the division. First thing they say, win the division, but hadn't had a lot of success in the division. Did you circle division games this season or any particular, like this, to get better, we have to beat these teams?
Yes, there's no doubt about it. I mean, we haven't won enough games to think about the playoffs here in these last 2 years. But, I mean, just from the starting of football, everyone knows the best way to get in the playoffs is to win your division. And if you take care of your division, usually that's what happens. So we have not done that well. We started out well this year, but this is our first division opponent. And this is a big step for us. You know, not just the Rams, but the other two teams we're going to be facing. We know we're going to get them all twice. And this is the beginning of it. And it's something that's very important.
What did you see from Brunskill as the week went on as far as his comprehension of the game plan and just what's expected of him?
Very similar to schools. That's what was very encouraging about it. I'm not trying to say the same things as I said about school, but it is very similar. It was not too big for him. When guys get thrown into these roles, and not just the media eyes are all on them, but the teammates' eyes are all on them too, because they know how big of a deal it is. They know someone's doing something for the first time, and when a guy does that and looks the same as he has every other day, that is encouraging. The moment won't be too big. He'll go out there, he'll have some good plays, some bad plays, and hopefully we can string more good than bad.
I don't know how much time you've spent with him, but he seems like a pretty low-key, level, you know, even keel kind of guy.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, him in school, I very rarely hear them talk, which new guys are like that a little bit because Joe and McGlinchey don't give much time for anybody to talk. But no, those guys are part of the group. They're quiet, but they go to work every day, and that's kind of how their demeanor is on the field too.
Another new guy, Nick Bosa, had a big, sack display with the flag thing on Monday. What's your take on that? Do you like a guy showing personality like that, or would you rather have the rookies be more in the background?
I like guys to be themselves. I mean, as long as you're not getting a taunting penalty or doing something just completely disrespectful, I think it's neat. I think fans enjoy it. I totally understood why he did it. I'm sure. I mean, if we're just talking that instance, I'm sure Baker understood too. He didn't do it in his face or anything like that. It was something that stemmed from college, and I think that was all fun and games, and I think Bosa definitely earned that. And as long as you're doing it and not taunting someone where you're jeopardizing our team to get a penalty, that's something I wish I could do. It'd be fun.
Does Jordan Matthews or Jeff Wilson have a better chance of being up this week?
And we didn't. No receivers went down, so it probably won't change with Jordan. Jeff has a chance. I mean, we still have our other backs when losing to them, but not having Kyle in, losing a fullback, does give us an option there. It's going to be between him and another position. It's a decision we'll make tomorrow, though.
Kyle, you guys are quite clearly better than you have been. The Rams are quite clearly the best team you'll have faced. Is there any kind of curiosity in playing them to see just kind of exactly how much better you are? I mean, I guess, will there be some sort of measuring stick to see kind of where you are in this process?
I don't think so. I think we have a pretty good idea where we're at. It's about how good do we play on Sunday? How good do the Rams play on Sunday? Both teams are capable of winning. Both teams were capable of winning or losing last year. We know we're a better team now. We'll see how the Rams are. They look the same on tape. They're a very good team and should be exactly like they were last year. I know we are better right now, but I also know we got to continue to get better. We have the ability to do it, and we got to play as good as our ability, and we got to continue getting better. So I expect us to on Sunday, but it's all about how you play in those 3.5 hours.
Couple more. You've joked or talked about how you get mad at the defense when you're calling the plays in practice and in training camp. What specifically is better, other than the talent? What's better about them this season? As a guy who plots against them?
Yeah, I mean, I think we know that the pass rushers we've added, which is a huge help to any team. I think the mentality we're playing with on the D-line, just the techniques we've changed, bringing Chris Eric in and playing a little different style, right? Playing pass first, reacting to run, being able to do both of those with just our violence and everything. And the violence they've brought and the mentality they've brought with the two guys added is kind of carried over to the whole defense. Fred was a rookie last year who played a ton, and he was one of our leaders last year even as a rookie. Now into his second year, he has complete command of the defense, can get people lined up, can get us into so many different things, bringing Quan in. He's been, I think he's added an attitude to the defense. He loves football. There's an energy about him out there that everyone gravitates to. Our secondary has played we're going into our third year here with almost the same secondary. I know this is Richard's second year. Akella's going into his third, both of our safeties. So guys have played a lot more together. We've added more. I think we've gotten better. Our coaches knowing each other better, adding a few things on scheme, which helps, and just the mentality overall.
How much are they in the white nine? I mean, or is it just a kind of a mentality?
No, pretty much every play. There's sometimes when you're not. I mean, there's different. We're not in 100% of the time, but that is. I'm totally just guessing this, but I'm guessing 85%. Or last year, I would guess 35%.
All right. Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks.